Drew, what is the first fundamental step for managing PCOS? Very simply is education. And the reason I say education is because I'm messaged from women around the world now with PCOS. And the messages are always the same. They'll always be, Drew, I watched your video on Facebook. I love you. Not I love you, but I love what you're doing with PCOS. And here's my story. And the stories are always just so in depth. Your heart goes out to these women because if you're willing to pour your heart out to a guy you've never met, I can see how much this must mean to you. But when I start asking questions, when I start investigating like I always do, it's very quickly I find that most women don't really understand PCOS because your doctor doesn't take the time to explain it to you. When you read the literature online, usually it's in medical terms, so it is hard to understand. Plus PCOS is a very complex condition. So it is just hard to understand. It's hard to grasp your head around it unless you've read thousands and thousands of studies. But as I always say, if you have a problem and your problem is your PCOS symptoms, right? If you don't understand that problem, you cannot find a solution to it. The solution to the problem is education. This is why so many women love what I do and they thank me and they enjoy my products, is because I've spent the time learning about the problem and now I can create solutions to it. I'm not magic. I'm not smarter than the next person. I've just spent the time to really learn about the problem. Once you understand that, you can create solutions. So the first fundamental step is learn the basics of PCOS. Learn about insulin resistance, androgen excess, how PCOS affects the menstrual cycle, fertility, what PCOS is in general, what are the causes, what are the symptoms, what are the triggers, what makes it worse. Just read. And I know you might not love reading, but as you know far deeper than I do how much your PCOS affects you. So spend some time, learn about it, learn about the problem, and then you can start crafting solutions for yourself.